There are two kinds of English learners. The ones who think in their language first, then translate, and the ones who just speak. Same vocabulary, same grammar, completely different experience. The difference isn't talent. It's not how long they studied. It's one thing they trained their brain to do. And today, we're going to show you exactly what that is. Right, Joy?
Oh, yes, Jacob. You know what we hear a lot? People write to us and say, I know the words, I studied for years, but when someone talks to me in English, I freeze, everything stops. And the strange thing is, they really do know the words. That's not the problem.
Right. It's not about vocabulary. It never was.
Think about this. You're on an important phone call, but before you can speak, you pass the phone to someone else. They listen, they think, they find the words, then they give the phone back to you, and the other person is just waiting.
That's what happens inside your brain when you translate. It's not one conversation, it's two at the same time, and that's exhausting.
Oh, for sure it is. And here's the thing, it doesn't feel like an English problem. It feels like a you problem, like something is wrong with you.
But listen, friends, nothing is wrong. Your brain is just using what it knows best, your first language. That's completely normal. The problem is, it's slow.
So the real question is not, how do I learn more English? It's, how do I make the English I already have faster? How do I remove that extra step in the middle?
You don't need more English. You need faster English. The words are already there. Your brain just needs to find them quicker.
Okay, so why does this even happen? Like, why does the brain translate in the first place?
Okay, your brain is basically lazy. In a good way.
Haha, of course, in a good way.
No, but I mean, your brain always looks for the fastest way to do something. And for most people, the fastest way to express an idea is still through their first language, because that's where everything already is.
It's like all the connections, all the words, everything is already built there. But a new language like English just takes more effort.
Exactly. And effort means time.
Okay, but here's what I think is important, because a lot of learners hear this and they think, okay, so my English just isn't good enough yet. But that's not really...
Oh my God, right, no, that's not it, friends.
It's not about how much English you know, it's more about how fast your brain can reach it. And if the problem is speed, that's something you can work on pretty quickly.
Because the words are already there. You don't need more English, you need faster English.
Exactly. And your brain already knows how to do this. It does it every single day in your first language. You don't think about every word before you speak, right? It just comes.
It's automatic.
Yes, it's automatic. And that's exactly what we're building in English.
So, how do we build that? How do we make English automatic?
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. And I mean, I actually studied this years ago when I was doing my linguistics exam in London.
Oh God, the linguistics exam.
Yes, that one. I was living near Camden at the time.
Ooh, now I remember. I was a few blocks away with David.
Okay. But we are not going there right now.
Sure. Go ahead, Joy.
So anyway, I was studying this concept, chunks, and it basically changed how I thought about language learning.
Chunks meaning... Let's explain this to our friends.
For chunks, we mean small blocks of words that go together, always together, like, it depends on, as far as I know. I was wondering if you don't build these phrases, you just know them as one single unit.
Right. And this is the thing most learners don't realize. They study words in isolation. Depend, wonder, know. Single words, alone, on a list. But that's not how language works.
Because nobody speaks in single words.
Nobody speaks in single words. You speak in phrases, in patterns, and the more of these chunks your brain has ready, the less it has to stop and build, and the faster you get.
Think about your first language for a second. There are phrases you say every single day without thinking. You're not constructing them, you're just retrieving them. They're already there, ready to go.
And that's exactly what we want in English. Not more words, more ready-made phrases.
So practically, start to build these chunks. Write them down, say them out loud. It will help a lot to make them automatic, just like in real conversation of every day.
Well said, Joy. Because one day, and this is the goal, you won't be building sentences anymore. You'll just be speaking.
And that brings us to the second thing, which is, what do you do in the moment? When you're in a real conversation and your brain freezes anyway.
Right, because even with chunks, it happens. You get stuck. You can't find the word. And most people at that point just stop.
And that's the worst thing you can do.
The worst. Because the moment you stop, the translation starts. Your brain panics, switches back to your first language, and now you're back to square one.
So the rule is simple. Keep moving. If you don't know the exact word, describe it, go around it, use what you have.
Like, if you forget the word refrigerator,
say, the cold thing in the kitchen where I keep food.
It's not perfect, but it's English. And your brain stays in English.
And this is actually how fluency grows. Not by being perfect, but by keeping the engine running. Every time you keep going instead of stopping, your brain gets a little faster, a little more automatic.
Okay, before we go, let's look at a few words from today, because we used some good ones.
Okay, first one, automatic. It means something that happens by itself, without thinking. Example, after years of practice, driving becomes automatic.
Chunk. A chunk is a small block of something. In language, a group of words that always go together. Example, as far as I know is a chunk.
Retrieve. To retrieve something means to find it and bring it back. Example, your brain retrieves words faster when they're stored as chunks.
Isolate. To isolate means to separate something from everything else. Example, don't study words in isolation. Learn them inside phrases.
All right, so to wrap up, your brain translates because it's using the fastest tool it has, your first language. That's normal. That's not the problem.
The problem is speed. And speed comes from chunks, ready-made phrases your brain can retrieve without effort. And from keeping moving, even when you don't have the perfect word.
You don't need more English. You need faster English.
Tell us in the comments, what's a chunk you use all the time in your language? Write it below. We're curious.
If you liked this episode, give us a like. We'll see you in the next one.
And subscribe to the channel to not miss the future episodes. See you there!
Bye! Kisses!